Seems how we're broccoli.
I've got some broccoli.
Weeks. I bought a 60
All right.
round growler for this event.
Let's see.
Dude, you're kind of robot-y.
Yeah. a little bit.
Robot. I blame you.
So last time we were here,
Yes.
so you guys headed to Minist and made your way into the city of Tharnaldur. And then up to the city of Onager. Zeus, since you weren't here, I'll explain it to you. All the cities in Minist have two parts to them. One below ground and one above ground. And they're essentially like mirrors of each other.
Mm.
And they're connected by big, really fast elevators.
And all of them are interconnected by roads underground. So it's like the deep roads, except if the deep roads weren't constantly besieged by fucking spiders and shit.
So the deep
yeah,
roads.
actually maintain deep roads.
Yeah. Like the the deep
Aids
roads,
of
if they
the
were properly
Dwarven
maintained.
Empire, sort of.
Because the dwarves are handling their goddamn shit.
Yeah, for once.
Responsible dwarves in the Clelen games.
To be
Responsible
fair,
dwarves in my D&D?
Yeah, I know, right? Say hello, Willow. Ow. Ow.
fair.
She's like, oh, fuck them.
my dwarves in my campaign are responsible for quite a lot.
Yeah.
End of modern civilization, for instance.
Yeah, they're just mostly gone.
But, you know, they brought down the modern world by themselves.
Yeah.
Honey, can you bring me a tissue?
How did they do that again? They collapse their own tunnels on themselves or something?
Yup.
Huh.
So, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
The cat? No.
Cat?
Mm-hmm.
It might have scratched.
She scratched.
Go wash your legs.
Alright, be right back.
You don't want that getting infected.
Well, that didn't work at all.
Am I still robot-y?
A little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit.
So am I. So am I, Zeus. I think it has to do with the region.
Damn New Yorkers.
New York.
I mean, Zeus and I are only like 40 minutes away from each other. And there's more research coming up through areas of New York. So,
They were supposed to get hit.
by the way, and this is totally relevant, Friendlies has a specialty ice cream they're offering this season called Potholes and Nor'easters.
That.
Huh.
And let me go get it because it's actually a little too dense. It's like all this different types of chocolate
Oh my god.
and fudge just shoved into one thing.
They're like, we're so sorry. We know you need calories because you can't get to the grocery store because the roads are snowed in.
Yeah. And
Here, there's snow everywhere. Eat ice cream.
Eat ice cream.
Friendlies is primarily a New England chain. So
Yes.
Anyway. So that
they need
happened.
to sell their ice cream in the winter. I might have to go get some of that in a bit, but 'cause I saw
right.
it. I saw it, and immediately $6 left my wallet.
What are we
Take
talking
my
about?
money! Oh.
Friendlies has a special novelty ice cream they're offering this season called Nor'easter and Potholes.
That's fucking hysterical.
And it's like 7 different types of chocolate and fudge shoved into one thing. It's actually too much.
That's awesome.
Mike, you left before I got to say it. I was going to say, oh, the cat scratched your face. Don't worry, just use Roland's inspiration. During my last session on here, Mike's character took out granted, it was only 3 goblins, but he took out an entire combat session encounter by himself.
Wow.
He's a druid at level. He's a 4th level druid. with
Right,
spike
right.
growth.
Right.
With shapeshift.
Yeah.
No, he didn't
No,
even. He
I
just
didn't even
spike
use
growth and
shapeshift.
and thorn whipped.
Wow.
I use spike growth
Wow.
and thorn whip.
And they're goblins, and they rolled nat ones. One of them, and one of their bows broke, and the other one went
Dude,
flying.
do
The
something
bow,
to save
they held the
myself a
arrow
little
in their hand, and the bow went flying into the tree.
It was fucking hysterical.
Oh,
And he
Autumn is
pulled
here.
the
My cat is here.
went invisible and snuck up behind someone and then killed them. That, oh
Nice.
my, she knew.
Nani?
Yeah, and that's what happened.
He was vicious for a pacifist character,
Yeah.
only to then reveal to everyone, including the DM for the first time, that goblins have something to do with his backstory.
Oh.
I totally didn't make that up on the spot.
Said
Well, now
shiftily.
goblins in your history, so it's on the
Actually,
post-
Roland
it's on
doesn't actually know why he got separated from his herd, but he blames goblins for it.
Yeah, it's on a footnote underneath your character.
Now have learned tongue goblin.
He holds up a goblin tongue. Yes, this is a goblin tongue.
I quoted from his head. Anyway,
He can speak gobbledygook.
so I mentioned this earlier. It's not gonna be a super long session. Autumn and I have to get up at the ass crack of dawn because she's. Oh yeah, I did mention this, didn't I?
Yes.
I just
Yes.
wanted to make it clear because.
Wasn't here.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So-
Because the billers require your ass crack.
Yes. So. Last time we already talked about that too. So, what do you guys want to do? You
we
went back down and you shopped and found
Throkk
various
takes,
items.
Throkk takes a alchemy jug out of his bag of instrument holding, filled with mayonnaise, and hands it to Seven.
Yes.
It's already full. Don't worry.
Oh dear.
And don't worry about the 500 gold.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm so
Put
excited. to eat
mayonnaise
all
on so
this
many
mayonnaise.
things now.
Mayonnaise on your face.
Ah.
Hi, cat. All right. So we were gonna go try to talk to. So we tried
Yes,
talking
we were
to
gonna
the
talk
one
to-
lady.
We didn't talk with anybody yet.
Oh, okay, okay. We went to the wrong place. And then
No,
we were
you
like,
You
went to
did
the right
talk
place.
a little bit to Bree Brightblade.
Did we? I thought we talked with somebody who said that Bree was doing some a funeral service,
Yes.
and we didn't get to talk to her. So they're like, "Oh, how long did that take?" Oh, about 5 years or so. No, but we went shopping and hoped to be able to speak with her when we returned.
Ah.
And then we finished as we returned.
Yeah.
all right.
All right. Yeah. So you come in, and Vite has been talking with Bree for a couple minutes now.
Oh, friends, you've returned.
Oh, he's calling us friends now.
Hello.
I mean, it is about right, Tic Tac. It's not like okay. Anyways, yeah, we're back.
This is Lady Brightblade.
She is a stout dwarf, younger sister of the high priest Gadagar Brightblade. Blonde hair, green eyes, like long blonde hair, tied up into a very long braid, decorated with all sorts of flowers and things like that. She's currently wearing bright white ceremonial robes with big sun motif all over it.
Mm.
And she
Maybe.
kind of curtsies as you come. It's always great to meet friends of the great fight.
And it is great to meet you as well,
The
Great fight.
madam.
The great fight. What?
I choose to keep to myself at this time.
I have spectacular news.
Spectacular.
Oh, good.
I'll be staying here.
Oh, that is great.
Oh?
I mean,
that is-
why?
Excellent news.
Yes, I mean, why?
Well, I've been thinking and discussing for as long as you've been gone with Lady Brightblade, and now that we know how these ancient weapons and symbols move, if well, if our Lightbringer should fall, the Sun Mace would go to the next most worthy person. And I'm hoping it's me, but recent events have led me to believe that perhaps not.
It's totally me.
I do have
I
to
sh-
say, it
And
could be me.
I think that
Of course.
my time should be spent learning to cooperate with others and spreading the light a little more evenly.
Hmm.
Until that happens, I should be somewhere safe, so if Sun Mace does show up, all hope is not lost.
In all seriousness, I do support your attempts to improve yourself. I know that I've spent some time doing that sort of thing myself. If you need me to like give you any reading material on like self-reflection or things like that, just send me a raven or something.
I think for a time, I'm going to find the smaller places and
Is,
see what good I can do there.
All right.
Is there a jar nearby?
For like
you're just out to fucking
Does
donation.
anyone have a jar?
You have a big metal one there, son.
I would like to give the man a jar of mayonnaise to remember me by.
We empty your water skin. We can get you a new one downstairs.
I'll
A mayonnaise skin.
Hold on.
thank you,
Do that for me.
Lord Seven.
Yeah, you might want to keep that cool.
Close to the heart.
So,
Or-
no mayonnaise then?
or never eat it.
I'll keep that. I will keep this close to me,
It's perishable.
and I will cherish the memory. Is it? Wait. Is this the? Are you giving me the alchemy jug, or did you just fill up a thing of fucking mayonnaise and give it to me?
You know the thing of mayonnaise.
So I'm like, so Vite isn't leaving with the alchemy jug. Vite is leaving with perishable goods.
Yes.
Here, in order to remember all of us, here's a gift. It's more mayonnaise than you could possibly use in the amount of time it'll take for it to expire.
So,
Well,
Perishable, just like all of us.
Actually,
Question for
I
the
can
DM.
purify food and drink, so it will last me as long as I need it to.
Yes.
And that's why you are a cleric, because you know how to make things last.
question for the DM.
Yes.
We're talking with Brightblade right now, currently.
Yes.
White
I
was.
can't hear anything
Um,
that anybody's saying now.
How does Vite address Lady Brightblade? Is it just Lady Brightblade?
Yeah.
Even if both of them were there and he wanted to talk to a specific one?
Yes.
All right.
Lady
so,
Brightblade. Lady
Well,
Brightblade.
You would say
Throkk,
Your
before we go
Excellency.
anywhere,
Your Excellency.
You could
Uh,
probably
before
say Your Excellency to both of them, actually.
before we just up and leave, Throkk wants to take a step forward and away from that nonsense. To Lady Brightblade, Lady Brightblade, our friend Setmer, my brother Seven, had received information that there were dragons in the area.
Yes.
We know of where, generally where they would be located, but what's the dragons that were in this area?
Is the red one?
Is that the
There's-
one now?
yeah.
It's a white and a silver, I
white
think.
one.
I had a
Yeah.
note for this.
The
It's
red
white.
one's in Coronin. That's
Mhm.
right.
Arranis will remind you that yes, it was a white
White.
and a silver one.
Before I ask for a specific location, I turned it around. Would we like to just try to take out the white one, or do we want to see if the silver one wants to help us first?
I don't see why we need aid of the silver one.
All right. So can you, the first person who says anything turns back around. We would like to, and I would like to at least see if I can get any information on this dragon before I attempt to take it down. Do you know specifically where this white dragon has been seen recently? Or if you have any information regarding this dragon specifically?
He stays atop his own. He stays atop his own mountain, down to the south of here.
Mm.
Guards
But
it jealously.
There's the Twin Peaks.
So that circle is a volcano. What's that circle? Is that where the city is?
The X is where the dragon's
No,
lair
the
is.
circle. What's the circle in between
The
them?
circle's where we currently are, I think.
That's
The
Anagar.
circle's where you go in.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a caldera.
So the
Okay,
white
so-
dragon is on the southern one.
The white dragon to the south, silver to the north.
Yes.
Okay.
That would be Lillian, the stone speaker. Lilith, the stone speaker.
And that's the
I
silver
believe
one?
you talked to her earlier, didn't you?
Lillian's the silver one, right?
She was in here when I was performing the funeral rites.
Lillian's the silver dragon?
Yes.
We spoke with somebody, but I was not aware that it was the dragon.
Of course. You guys
I know that that's usually the case, but
Well, now I feel
Lilin-
stupid.
prefers to spend her time looking like us. That's why we call her the stone speaker.
mm,
So, is she in the area still? Could we perhaps track her down?
I'm sure you probably could.
I know you're busy, but is there any way you could like have a message sent through the city to see if somebody could find her while we're also looking for her?
Check the tavern.
Oh, that's my kind of girl.
To be specific,
keeping my speaking stones, sending stones away so they don't pick up anything that.
Hmm.
My lady, which one? We found two streets that were nothing but taverns.
exactly. I believe she might be near the thwopping giant this time around.
I was gonna say, I just heard an ow.
That was Autumn.
You good?
And the cat.
Oh boy.
The cat.
cat-
She's been
Seems-
vicious lately.
The cat won.
Squirrely.
So, I can't believe that I'm going to say this, but let's go to a tavern.
Do you want me to play a song on my bagpipes to celebrate the occasion?
Hells yes.
No. But
I heard
will,
it yes first.
but
Oh,
I'll-
go finish your thought, and I gotta tell you guys something.
I'm gonna move at least 60 feet away from everybody and everything.
I'm not gonna be up till midnight, honey.
All right, let's see.
Oh yeah, roll on the roll a D100. Let's see what happens.
All right, so I get to pick between the two because I rolled a nat 20. So.
Yes. So let me get out my player's handbook here.
Sure.
Hey,
Hi.
testing.
Still trying to get my thing working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. 82
All right,
to
let's see.
78.
83, 78. You cast Polymorph on yourself. If you fail the saving throw, you turn into a sheep for the spell's duration. 83. Each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. You gain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
Oh my gosh.
How long does polymorph last for?
I'll say an hour.
Question.
Let's see what this says.
Up to 1 hour.
Hey,
What's the
Yay.
save on it?
a wisdom save.
Is it my spell save DC?
Yes.
All right, that's
Based
only
on your
13.
charisma.
Based on my charisma?
Yes.
Okay, that'd be a 14. Wisdom save based on my... Okay. Whoops.
Oh no.
Sheep.
I got snitch.
So-
sheep.
Throkk pulls out his dragon pipes and plays beautifully. And as
Oh
he
my
hits the
God.
high note, he suddenly turns into a sheep. And the dragon pipes fall limply to the side with a...
I'm sorry.
Throkk?
Is he a sheep or no?
Throkk.
Or was he
Uh.
simply replaced by a sheep?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh.
Smack him.
No, don't,
So I
that's
say-
animal abuse!
Page.
I think the sheep will make a fine asset.
Does the sheep have
Yeah,
any
what's the
patterns
AC of
on
a
its,
sheep?
on its wool
I
matching?
do I keep my AC, or does that,
No.
I would assume I get the sheep's AC.
You get everything that the sheep has.
Wait.
There's no
does
sheep in
the
the SRD.
Oh
does
God.
the sheep have patterns on its wool that look like the tattoos that Throkk has?
Yes.
It would.
PHB, where are you?
Throkk, you're so fluffy!
Excellent.
And the baritone of a sheep.
Oh
That'd be
my
worse.
God, Throkk!
If
I
I'm
never
going off
thought
of
I'd say this,
homebrew, I
but
have
you're
an armor class
adorable.
of 10.
You have an armor class of 10?
Yeah.
Well, I hit you. What happens?
All right, roll your damage.
Eh.
Kill
Yeah.
Throkk.
Kill the sheep and Throkk pops back.
So that's 9. I'll take the average health. So does the radiant automatically happen?
No, that's if you're an undead. You're not an undead sheep,
Okay.
right?
No, I am not an undead.
Undead sheep. Undead sheep.
Second
I
attack.
take 6
Hits.
points of bludgeoning damage, and I would pop back.
Oh, okay.
He eats you again!
No. After he
That
pops
misses. I
out.
catch the sun mace.
Yeah.
Throkk! No, I wanted to take some of his wool! Why would you do that?
So
Throkk,
were
you're
I don't
going
have
to
a lot
kill a
of-
dragon.
I don't have a lot of hair, so
Were you
can't
the
just-
sheep?
No!
You can't just wait. You can't just take his wool. There's a whole process. You have to go there. You have to say, "Baba,
Yes, he's explaining
Throkk
this.
sheep, have you any wool?"
I put my dragon pipes away, and I
was
just
going to
leave
make
as
you
he's no. I just say no, Vernon, no, and I start walking towards the thwomping giant.
See, you can't just take wool from a sheep. You have to ask it first.
You have
Okay.
to feed it mayonnaise.
I'm gonna see
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have.
I'm gonna see if my food is here. I'm gonna have one of the strongest thing they have if I'm not back.
I will also order a beverage, and I will be right back as well.
Is
Okay.
there already performers?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
There are
Alright.
already a handful of people performing over in the corner.
We'll have 3 table wines, and what do the rest of you want?
Water.
I will match you
So you just start running up a tab.
How much did you order again?
Do you have any nice teas?
Aera ordered 3 glasses of wine.
Someone brings you hot water and some leaves.
Oh.
I have the. I thought I had prestidigitation. Am I supposed to have prestidigitation?
I have it.
I like his music.
What's the strongest thing they have?
It's a hearty dwarven ale. Actually, it's a hearty dwarven whiskey that's been aged for a couple hundred years.
I do have it.
Now that's
So
got
I
some
will-
oak to it.
I will use prestidigitation on the tea leaves. Actually, make tea for Vernon.
Oh, thank you so much.
And it wasn't aged in an oak barrel. It was
Was it a
aged in an
stone barrel?
oak tree.
An oak tree. Oh,
Like they charred out the middle of an oak tree and fucking dumped all of it in.
That's
Nice.
cool.
how much does that run me?
It's gonna run you 10 gold for a small glass.
And if I
I-
want a pint,
100 gold.
Pint of whiskey.
done.
I very quickly looked through all my spells to see if I had in my spell component pouch anything that could be used to make tea.
Oh!
It's like, I have nothing.
All right,
That's what I'm here, Vernon, and
I've got my pint of whiskey, and I'm good to
Happy
go
to
for a
help.
little bit.
Aera has finished her 2nd glass of wine.
so I'm also going to get the small thing from the tree as well. With the 3
Alright, that's
glasses of
10
wine.
gold. The little glass of whiskey.
Arranis.
So you're sitting there drinking, enjoying yourself.
I'm drinking.
Trees are for living in and for making fruit and not for making alcohol.
trees are friends, not.
You know what they say. When in the capital, do what the capitalists do.
I've never heard that.
Who says that?
People in the capital.
Oh.
Of course they would. Throkk
It's,
chugs about a third of his pint.
It's very strong. It has it's very smooth. It's very crisp.
Ooh.
It's good whiskey. It burns going down.
I want whiskey.
Is it smooth or does it burn? They're mutually.
Well, it's smooth at first, and then it burns going down.
Okay, so the after. It's got an
Yeah.
afterbite to it.
so I'm going to. I'm done with mine already. I have finished all 3 glasses of wine, and I have finished the whiskey.
Arranis,
Clelen,
are
Yeah.
you looking to forget something?
Clelen. I'm just shouting out from
I'm-
the bar for the dragon.
Like,
Yep.
When you're drinking faster than me, I gotta say something.
I don't want
You-
to be here.
Do you want I should celebrate more? And starts to pull out the bagpipes.
No.
Throkk, we're trying to get the attention of a very important draconic individual. Carrying around their guts in such a fashion might not be.
Oh, okay. You want their attention.
No.
See, Arranis might be drinking extra fast, but that's none of my business.
It throws. Everyone just starts staring at Throkk as he pulls out this giant, like, horn.
Clelen! Clelen!
And this
Excellent.
woman, very graceful for a dwarf,
Aera's just
stout build, long hair that's been tied into 2 long braids that go over her shoulder and down the front. thick armor, very ruddy face, comes
So the Joe
wandering up to
Schmo
you
of
guys, and so it looks like you like to drink.
You are correct.
You are correct tonight.
And in general.
You must be the Sentinels, then.
Guilty as
Again,
It's the
correct.
horn that gave it away,
charged.
isn't it?
Charged.
We go by another name too.
No, we do
Yes,
not.
we do.
Sometimes we go by the bag of beans.
Yes.
And that is literally why my only job is to speak for everyone else.
It was the horn that gave it away of who we were, wasn't it?
I think it was the horn, dear.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Yes,
got
that's
pulled
what
back.
you-
Like, and she kind of reaches out. May I see that?
Please don't break it.
Of
You
course.
killed Tenebrous the Vile for this.
I was
Well,
going
may
to
as
say.
well
it
just
looks
hand her
like
our bag of
yours.
beans as well.
Tell me, how did you do it?
Well, she wanted to run away like a little bitch. And I hit her and made her stop. Then she got angry. Not as angry as me, of course. And then I hit her some more and she died.
There was a bit more fire and acid before that, but details.
Yeah, I turned into an owl bear, but I can't do that anymore. But don't worry about it. I'll figure something.
That's why he's got all the tattoos now.
Very interesting. She hands it back to you.
We were.
So let me guess. You're here for Servo.
If that's the white dragon's name.
Savio.
Yeah. We are going to take its ass.
I'm so excited.
Excuse
fought
me.
Dragon
That you can
before.
take him on.
That's our goal hold. We'll be able to take him on. Get another scale for our little collection as I shape my little bauble of dragon scales. And if you're up on your peak, you'll get a good show.
Speaking of my peak, why don't you come with me?
Are we going to get a peek at your peak?
My bottle of dragon
What?
scales is my body.
I'll get a house ale to go.
I finished. I just charged the
Oh,
rest of the pints
oh.
of whiskey.
I'll pay my tab. How
I already
much?
know.
How much for 4 glasses of wine?
I'm not
After-
drunk, I'm just awkward.
After the whole lot of you have been drinking, it comes out to about 5 gold.
All right.
You're gonna
I'll
cover
pay
the
that.
tab?
I'll pay it.
Oh, thank you, my lady.
Excuse me.
Before we like leave town or anything, can I stop by a tea shop really quickly and actually get real tea?
Oh.
Wait, does my tea not service you? Do you think what? Do you think I
It's
poisoned you?
good. It's good, but it's sort of the principle of the thing. Of course, you can press digitize something and make it taste like tea, but tea.
You want tea, you
I'll-
have to go see the elves. They're trading up top.
Tell you what, Vernon. When we get back to River's Keep, there is an import from Coronin that comes from time to time. They secretly serve some of the best tea that makes sometimes the elves suspicious.
Yeah, I know the makers well.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the singing dwarves. Sorry. Would you say it one more time? It's from
Arranis
Conan and what?
Arranis is gonna hook you up with the good shit when we get back to
Oh.
River's Keep.
I do so enjoy the good shit. It's very good.
So she
I would like-
leads you out. She walks out of the bar. You follow.
Yes.
I stagger after her. Yes.
I will put my arm around Arranis and bring him close.
Aww.
Arranis is all well.
What?
It's all well.
And I will. And
It's all well.
given the offer
Well.
of good shit, I will not wander off on my own.
Okay. No. Yes.
No, what's wrong, friend? You can talk to me.
Are we still at the bar?
I am.
You just left.
We're like following.
I miss Maria.
Your wife? Right?
And
I can't remember names.
My kid, Mavarax.
Mm.
My
Ah, yes, your daughter.
yes.
I'm not so good with the names. I was gone for a while. I came back. You had a wife and a kid.
That's okay.
You missed her. So why don't we stop and see her at some point?
Mavarax, we literally left her to go here.
I understand. We'll stop back after here.
But then I have to leave again. Because if I don't
do
leave,
understand.
the world gets blown up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just look at it this
And-
way, Arranis. Once you save the world, spend all the time with her that you want.
And in the meantime, sorry, I can't help it. My ears listen. In the meantime, sheepskin is really helpful.
We
What?
can we I think I understand that it is hard to leave, but I feel as if it's harder to be away from her as well. So, as many stops as we can make back for you, I feel like would be helpful.
And I can get us back there in 10 minutes. And that's the hardest part. Is that if I wanted, I could drop what I'm doing, leave you
I
all
think that's
behind,
great.
and go to her.
I'm walking right behind you guys. How far away do you have to be? Can you be before you don't hear things through a sending stone?
Unlimited range, I believe.
I mean, for like audible of somebody's message coming through yours.
Oh. Well, over the din of the market, it's you don't have to be too far back.
I think that's a good
I'm
thing.
like, don't worry, Arranis, and I. All you hear is "Okay, Papa," from Mika, and just hold on to this. And I hand you one of my setting stones.
I'm gonna give Throkk a big fucking hug.
Oh.
Just listen for tomorrow.
I got the
Look at
spell.
all of you.
I
Look at all of you with your positive interactions with your families.
I know the spell myself, but I'm scared to cast it because I'm scared I'm gonna need it for all of you.
Well, now you don't need it.
I know this is
You don't have to
probably the alcohol talking, but this is just the
I'm
sweetest
sorry.
This is
I
the worst first
suck.
impression we've ever given a dragon.
I suck.
Arranis!
I'm just gonna go on record to say I suck at everything. There, hands down.
I
mean,
feel
you
like the
couldn't
worst
even
first impression you've given to a dragon is slaughtering her child.
Why do we do that?
The blue dragon.
Blue Dragon.
Right.
The one who now has a vendetta against Throkk.
That is. So, I don't call that a bad. That's not a bad alternate.
That's a
That's
show of
okay.
strength. They appreciate that.
Aranis, would you like some
For
mayonnaise?
loose definitions of the word appreciate.
What was that, Matrix?
Would you like some mayonnaise? I'm afraid that's all I have to offer.
That will solve the. It's like, hey, look, we go after a white dragon. It's white. Mayonnaise is white. It'll make it happy.
Mavericks. That sounds absolutely repulsive. Thank you.
I mean, I could make up to 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Why?
Because he has an alchemy jug.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Wanted
Miss-
mayonnaise.
Lady, what's the name?
Lylan.
Dragon?
Lion?
Lilith.
Lilin.
Lilin?
Lilith. Call me Lilin.
I'm sorry for my outburst, Lady Lilin.
Shit-faced.
I understand.
These demi-humans with their emotions.
Admittedly, I do like spending my time with the dwarves, but, you know, it gets late like this and I must return to my home.
get it.
And she
Do you have a circle?
I mean, she might own something that's shaped like a circle, but I feel like
What'd
she's
she
not
say?
tied there.
she
Making them like a
thinks
gym
about it and she's kind of scratches her chin. I think I might somewhere.
Do you remember the rune sequence?
Been a while. I would ask tomorrow. I would ask Brightbeard. Brightblade, yes, that one. A little bit too much.
Too much bright on the mind.
right on the brain.
Because I could get us there in a poof.
But of course, then you would have to leave again.
Arranis!
I don't handle well when people cry.
And she
Pat's
comes over to
standing
you,
on the
and she's
shoulder.
significantly
That's
shorter than you because she looks like a dwarf, and she just wraps you up and picks you up and just gently rocks you.
With the might of a dragon.
It's so sad.
There, Stefan.
I love how sloppy this whole party gets. Which is the hottest
Is
match.
this what I am? Mavarax the sympathy crier?
Meanwhile, Vernon is just stone cold sober, walking behind all of you going, I miss alcohol.
Oh man.
Oh, I feel so bad for Vernon now.
I don't.
Vernon, a sympathetic character?
I was like, how loud do you say that?
Me?
No, Vernon.
What?
How loud do you say that? You miss alcohol.
Wait, what?
How
How
loud,
loud
do
How
you
loud
say
do
it?
you say that?
Oh, just like, I miss alcohol.
Okay, I was gonna be like, you see, Vernon, this is why you don't have a title. You don't drink anymore.
That's not heard.
She leads you.
I
She
didn't hear you
leads you
say it. I
through.
didn't say it.
She leads you through a series of secret tunnels, and eventually you pop out. You didn't notice it. It was a very subtle change, but after a while, you guys are starting to get cold. Well, except for you, Zed.
Old?
Aera's fluffing up her
Oh,
feathers.
cold. Ugh.
Yeah, it's
I just-
cold.
I just
And-
tightened my my cloak a little bit more. Wait,
All
I
of,
just
and you notice that there's more and more, less and less rock, and more like patches of ice and things like that. And eventually, you are in a tunnel that's completely carved out of ice. And there's a very thin mist in the that's like permeating the area.
Mavarax.
What?
Steven, I'm a dragon.
Me too.
Oh, me too.
I use my breath weapon.
I know. So I know I'm drunk, but can I recall the difference between a white dragon's lair and a silver dragon's lair?
Yes. With an Arcana check.
Okay.
With disadvantage because you're drunk.
Yeah, I figured that was the thing. But also, I'm still also fucking Arranis, so like, let's be real.
No, that's your wife.
Double
now.
nat
Lady
ones.
Starlight.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So the answer to that question is yes. I know the difference. I think.
that's disgusting. You're disgusting.
Sickening.
Wow.
That's not Arranis, that's me.
So, the funny thing about the silver dragons, they can control the weather around the area. They can even actually make non-evil creatures fall very slightly. Like, very, very slowly. Like, if you fall off the side of the mountain, you're not actually going to hurt yourself. You just go, oh, this is bad.
Right.
And the other thing is, when you actually finally get into her lair proper, nothing is the mountain itself has been carved out. That much you can see, like the inside of the mountain. But everything within it seems to be made of like fog and cloud, like stuff that you should have no right to be able to walk on. Like there's a big spiral staircase leading up.
That's neat.
Like that looks like it's made of clouds, and like you go to step on it, and you can step on it.
Ooh.
Like it's as hard as a stone.
It's a neat little trick.
This is neat.
Doesn't it? Well, all you asked is if you would know the difference. You didn't ask if it
And
is.
what that difference would be the explanation I receive. I'm taking requirements. Don't get this specificity shit with me. It haunts my nightmares.
Meanwhile, a white dragon is... They set up traps. They usually... it constantly is like raining and snowing within the area. There's just chunks of ice all around that they can just seemingly move through without any kind of issue.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So,
in
white
short, it
dragons
doesn't
are.
look like we're in a white dragon's lair.
I think that's what he's getting at. Yes,
It's not secretly the white dragon.
No.
The first moment that we come up to one of these like
That'd
things of fog, Vernon would just like very carefully be placing his foot on it, going, oh.
Don't
Meanwhile,
worry,
Throkk
Vernon.
is just like.
That would be the biggest twist
Just-
of all campaigns.
Don't worry.
You actually let into the white dragon. No, a white dragon's not that smart.
Ington. I
It
will
could be
catch you
abnormally
if
gifted.
you fall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm perfectly capable of catching myself if I fall, but this is just strange.
You just. Alright. Alright.
This is
Use
beautiful.
your agency. Right. This is really nice.
And the other thing is, the mountain itself that's been carved out, there's like portions of it that are still encased in ice, and that's where you can see her, like her hoard. When you strike a torch or anything like that, any kind of light, it looks like there's thousands of stars above you.
Do
All
I,
the glittering silver and gold.
do I realize
all
this?
Platinum. There's at one point you look and you're like, "What the fuck is that?" And you get a little bit closer to it, and you notice it's the hull of a ship that's been frozen into the side of the mountain. It's an ancient ship. There's thrones, crowns. There's old scepters. There's even
Like
people, like ancient, like bones and things like that.
Would we have seen some of the coin when Mavarax used his breath weapon?
Yeah.
I'm also a dragon.
And if you ask her, she gladly tells you, "Oh, those are the bones of the first the second dwarven priest, the second dwarven high priest of Pelor. That's the
Huh.
And you as soon learn that like basically all royalty from the time that she moved in and created her area here from the dwarves goes to her and is encased in ice. She actually kind of turned this into a catacomb, almost.
Interesting.
And that's all part of her hoard.
This is a really impressive aesthetic you've got going on here.
Yes, but
I
it's
love it.
impressive.
If I look at his wish, and I'll end up here.
Oh, shit, you will. You're gonna be the tallest skeleton in here.
Yes.
So, and you didn't notice how the hell this happened, but at one point she wandered away, and when she came back, you're standing in front of a fucking silver dragon.
Oh,
Hi.
Same voice.
We found the dragon.
Hey! Hey, guys!
Hello.
She like wanders
Hello.
over and she kind of lays down and wraps her like body around you,
I took a
kind of
knee.
like walling you in almost. Not like in a menacing sort of way, just kind of like a
Getting comfortable.
getting comfortable.
It's like a big comfy hug.
Yeah.
So,
I
what
take
would
a
you like to
knee.
know?
Oh,
Ah,
after I take a knee.
I take a knee.
Let's begin. Oh, where am I?
ah.
How old is the white
It's a
dragon?
lot to take in.
Does anybody know anything? Know any spells that can make Arranis snap out of it a little bit quicker?
Yes. I will
Aera
assign.
slaps him. Oh,
Oh.
that was
I can give him some minis.
There we go. Brandis, come here.
I'm probably on the ground right now because I just got bitch slapped twice by Throkk.
Only once. I missed the first time.
Only once.
The
Come here,
closest thing
Arranis.
I have is fucking greater restoration.
Let the healing light of Pelor revive you. And now you're cured of being drunk. That's a restoration.
I got a hangover now.
Here, do you want me to help that too?
Who else? Who else wants to be cured?
I
I'll
give
get
him
this
some
back
fresh
on a
water.
short rest.
I give him some fresh water out of the alchemy jug.
I would like to know, how, for starters, an amazing dragon such as yourself, finds themselves so close to dwarven civilization without being harried. If for favors, if nothing else.
The dwarves and I have an agreement. You see, they make all sorts of wonderful things, including food and alcohol. So, I find time to take out some pieces of my immeasurable hoard, wander down to some of their finer establishments, and spend a good, better part of the day with them.
And in return, they leave you by.
That sounds like an incredible life.
It is. It truly is. If it weren't for...
Oh, get out of here.
What?
Done.
If it were for what, my lady?
Go.
Savio.
Stop.
Flowing scales.
Sounds
Is that the white
Italian.
dragon?
The white dragon.
They call him Savio, the Raging Storm.
Savio, the piece of shit.
Will be
I'll show him a raging
Hopefully-
storm.
relieving you of that.
I don't think you understand how that he is as old as I am. And he's gotten that way, not for lack of trying. You think the dwarves haven't tried to take him out before?
Just how old are we talking?
Ancient.
It doesn't look like we can't take an ancient white dragon. I mean,
Hey. Take
I
'em.
will say, you don't look a day over a dot.
I would have guessed adult. You look great.
You flatter me. Which, of
I
course,
think
reminds me,
We got him. We got this.
She-
Let's.
holds out one of her hands and, like, plops it down.
Oh god.
And she just starts kind of scratching at her arm with the
Oh,
other
God.
hand, and a bunch of loose scales just kind of scatter
Yes.
off.
I love you so much.
Uh,
Scales.
Pink.
You're probably going to need those.
I will take one of them and see how it reacts with the scale.
So you put it in your bracelet, and as soon as you do, it like shing, and your shield, which was divided in two, now forms a third section that is a silver.
And we have like 4. We got the black and the blue, but we also got like the copper and the silver.
And the bronze.
And the
And the-
bronze.
yeah.
Or brass, not bronze.
Brass.
Yes.
So copper,
And I am
red,
brass.
blue, copper, brass, silver. And
So you now have
So-
resistance
black.
to
So
cold.
we have 6. Ooh.
Nice.
And I will gladly bless you with a better breath weapon after taking care of Savio.
Well,
Alright.
as you say, Savio is ancient. I've never fought a dragon. I must apologize. What does that actually mean? Like in terms of how difficult it is to fight.
Extra big teeth and claws, and he hurts a little bit harder than everything else.
He's also surprisingly intelligent.
Oh.
Well, not intelligent, but surprisingly wise. Lots of traps. Lots of traps.
Oh.
Well,
That is good
we'll have
to
you
know.
go in front, and as I look to Zed.
Vernon, have you ever defeated a blizzard?
No, the closest thing I've ever done to dragons, I believe, was a kobold.
Oh god.
I cleared out a nest of kobolds.
Kobolds.
How does
What is it? Is that not how you say it?
he's in our group right now.
I've only read it in books, so I wouldn't know.
This man is Adventure of Glow.
Vernon,
Kobolds.
Vernon, you might be perhaps wrong, but however, I would like to say that really that should be how it's said.
I could not agree more. I think that is the perfect way to say it.
And
Kobold.
I know, right? It's
Kobolds of Clelen.
Bolds. Yes.
Kobolds of Clelen.
It's because
they
they're
are
bold
they are
and daring.
bold little they are little bold fuckers.
yes, they are.
And-
Oh,
and
they're so bold.
And they're cooperative, so
But anyway, I don't want to with my pronunciations to derail us from the matter at hand.
I
so
actually, please go ahead.
my lady, that if you don't think that we have a chance in defeating him, a question I thought answered is now suddenly vague again. What do you want of us?
Well, if you want to take him out, my suggestion would be go talk to Brightblade.
Which one?
The other one. The one that worships the dwarf god, which is Morden, that one.
Morden. Hammers, forging, whatnot.
Yes, that hammer of life she has is quite fascinating, actually.
You think she can make us a dragon killer?
I wouldn't say a dragon killer, but I'm sure she'd be quite useful in helping you.
Alright.
I have a question for you that is of a personal matter. If that's okay. God, I hope that's okay.
What is that?
Do you know what the King of Cornin is doing right now? Not right now, but as of recent. I have received no news from any part of Cornin.
I have not a clue. I do apologize.
Fuck.
Speaking of Cornin, thank you, Seven. What do you know
You're all
about
level 11, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you know about that ornery old red bastard who likes to swim in the ocean outside of Cornin?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any tips on the best way to handle him besides getting stronger? Even I know my limitations.
A big bow.
Like out of the Lord of the Rings? Like out of the Hobbit?
Black arrow.
I suggest a big bow. If you can find one. Perhaps an army.
Like an army with ballistae.
Exactly. Or cannons. Cannons work.
Alright.
We might be able to practice on a active volcano.
Oh, that's just as deadly. Maybe a little less.
Throw spears at the volcano until it stops.
It's dead. Attacking until it's dead.
Well,
Sir Mavarax, have you heard the stuff in the pure Prince of Corn and Sympathy Friar?
It just keeps getting better.
Yeah, my name continues to grow.
As do the tales of your adventures. Now, okay. Then,
Of Sir Maverick's name.
all right. You point me in the right direction. I'll go talk to her.
That would be...
Down. Got it.
Yes.
All right.
It's quite late. I would suggest taking a break for tonight. You can rest here.
How kind of you.
Oh, it's beautiful. That would be lovely.
I don't mean to be rude. Do you have anywhere that isn't, like, covered in ice? I'm very chilly.
Oh, yes, of course.
Aera, she is kind enough to offer us lodgings.
She kind of cups her hands and blows into it, and fog begins to form, and she kind of pats it together and starts carving it out. And after a little while, she eventually basically makes like a bunch of like beds and just kind of like just pops them right in the air, and they're nice and like kind of like cup shaped and stuff like that. Basically, she makes hammocks that are just kind of magically floating in the air.
That's so awesome! Aera flaps up and settles into one.
Oh, that's marvelous.
So, I have a question for her after people have started to go to bed.
Aera's just like gonna sit and preen herself for a little bit.
I have a lot of dragony questions, so I don't mind anybody else hearing them.
I don't mind Steven hearing mine, but
I'm not gonna go like to sleep.
oh, you look like you're sleeping to me.
Yeah, Aera's gonna go to sleep.
Arranis, would you like some more?
Vernon is going to like
I
very
promise
carefully
you
test
it won't be
the
many.
fog hammock. How comfortable is it?
It's really comfortable.
Vernon's out like a light.
Aww.
So, once people other than Steven are asleep, I guess I'll just ask her, like, I'm not, like, self-conscious about this sort of thing, but I've spoken to and sifted my way through as many ancestors as possible. And even on our travels throughout the world, I haven't come across any other half-orcs. Is there just something taboo about half-orcs in that my parents didn't listen to, or is it just that orcs and humans don't usually?
I think it's usually that one. Orcs and humans don't usually get along very well.
Okay.
Do I hear this?
Throkk, the last half-orc.
That's not to say that there aren't other
First of
half-orcs
his
in the
line.
world. It's
The
just...
first of his race. Last of his line.
Not
And
generally something that you see.
and I just to like, in case she was confused at all about speaking with ancestors, I'm just gonna go into a rage and call forth, not even just not my parents, but just like the oldest orc ancestor and the oldest human ancestor spirit, just to have them just to show her what I mean by being able to
Her
speak.
eyes like light up. She's like, fascinating. That's absolutely fascinating.
It's just me in combat. And then
Amazing.
they go back to the backs of my shoulders. And it's like they're everywhere.
Fascinating.
Which reminds me, let me check one thing. How far away is the other peak from here?
Let's see.
So I got
144. About thereabouts.
It's about a 2.5-hour drive.
yeah. Eagle eyes see nothing, because I'm not that kind of barbarian anymore.
But I shall rest for
How far
now.
away? I didn't hear a distance.
It's 140.
144 miles.
Oof. All right. Then
Couple
I will
days.
really quick while Steven goes to ask his question. I'm gonna quick throw a augury asking if we were to go take down Fabio over there without the assistance of Lady Brightblade, what are our odds of success? That's my. It's less. I would like to think that it's less of just like an image that appears, and more of like a consultation between spirits, and then they just give me a.
Alright,
Then
let me
they
think
hold
about
up a
that.
symbol. They
I
hold
will
up a
think
symbol.
about it. I will get right back to you.
Okay.
Hi, hello everybody. My name is Daniel.
Oh, hey, kitty! What a good kitty! Here, I was like... Wait, could a bird snore? If a bird was snoring...
Depends
No,
if
that might be indicative
it's a
of
bird.
pretty serious respiratory problems. Never mind, Aera's not snoring.
Did
At
birds
most,
have
I think
soft
you might
palates?
wheeze. I think you
Yeah,
might
yeah.
wheeze.
Yeah, no, it's like that. It's like that hummingbird video of like the hummingbird waking up from torpor or whatever, and it's like making that like peeping noise. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. It's adorable. Hold on.
Meanwhile, Vernon is fucking snoring his face off. Oh.
Okay.
You have a
Um,
blue dragon scale, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There is small volume warning. It is sort of a loud video. And also the peep is very high pitched. So if you're sensitive to that,
Okay. No.
but it's kind of cute.
Oh my god.
So Aera's making that noise a bit deeper.
Oh god.
That's adorable.
This is going to hurt a lot.
It's real good.
Alright. So, after consulting with the spirits, they.
AKA Autumn.
Yeah. Basically, after consulting with the spirits, they're like,
I'll still only take the one word answer, but
wheel.
I
I'm gonna tell them in the morning. Granted, I don't know if that's just good for me or good for us, but
You said if we don't take her help, it's gonna be
yeah, if we don't take her help, I got a good result.
Oh wait, yeah. Didn't we have like suspicions about her?
No, we had suspicions about the King of Railden forever ago.
No. But recently, like, didn't we? I vaguely remember something about her is like
Oh,
evil, or involved with like the Great Old One.
What?
well, she potentially has one of the divine weapons that the Great Old One is going for.
Oh, right, the life
May have, or she
hammer.
may be corrupted by it or something like that.
Yeah, that's why we're getting.
Oh, right. Yeah, he may have already gotten to it, was the worry.
Yeah.
Well, this seems to confirm suspicions.
Thanks, Pops.
Alright, so I have a question. I seem to be being marked by the dragons that we fight. The recent black dragon endeavor that we have left my face scarred with black scales. I would like to know how this was possible. And I believe I also got marked with the what's giving me the necrotic stuff?
The demonic creature that erupted from Darlaz's body due to the old one, or the ancient one. He exploded in a necrotic blast as his final attack.
That's right. But I don't know if being marked partially black dragon is a good thing, a bad thing. I don't know what this means for me.
Well, you're not necessarily marked a black dragon. You're just marked by a necrotic energy. And it changed you a little bit. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, if you survived and you were able to adapt, it could be a good thing, actually.
Okay. I think that's all I have. So let me just get a recap. What scales do we have in our bracelet? We have blue, black, silver, brass,
And copper.
and copper.
And yeah,
There was a black, a brass, a copper.
And then the very first scale we got was from the younger
And then we have the blue.
younger blue.
And then we just got silver.
Which we should definitely replace with a bigger blue scale when we get it.
Yeah, it's a placeholder. Jason, we're gonna white one in there too.
yeah, we are.
A couple of things you should note. I believe that the ancient white dragon also happens to have a brood. A half-breed, if you will.
Oh.
I didn't think it was possible, but he somehow managed it.
Are you talking like white dragonborn, or are we talking like hybrids with something else?
Something else. Some kind of half-white dragon thing.
Wait, what's the other half?
Oh, Arranis, you're awake.
Human? Possibly? I don't know. I
Oh.
don't think I want to know.
I'm still in
cut
panic.
anyways.
I'm just
I do believe they're pronounced kobolds.
Not
Exactly, thank you.
kobold.
Alright,
Literal
I would
half
not
dragons?
suffer those creatures.
Literal
Having-
half dragons as opposed to dragonborn.
Yes.
Well, the last one we took on ended up being a
God.
druid and bit me for no reason.
Well, I think I have my questions answered.
And if you do venture into his cave, be careful. There are a lot of traps. A lot.
Do notice.
I'll keep an eye out. Well, as I
Ones
do what I
that-
can to take care of them.
Ones that easily could kill you before he even gets to you.
Oh god.
Hypothermia? Freezing to death? These are not pleasant ways to die.
Well, I've been perfectly warm this entire time. I don't know if that's you or something else.
I don't know. It could be that mace you're carrying around.
Damn, she noticed. Jig is up, boys.
Yes, the
We're out.
glowing. Yes, she didn't notice the glowing mace on your back, Zed.
I suppose there is something I could grant you.
Do you have jackets? If I'm not going to try to enlist the help of Lady Brightblade at the recommendation of my ancestors.
If you would like, I could train you.
Train us.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the dwarfs.
Was this Soviet
This is a
Regimental
common
Dragon
occurrence.
trains
It's the dwarves
you?
wandering in singing all of the time.
Yeah, they do that sometimes.
I'd
Have
rather
to
not
keep
purchase
building
fur
new
coats from a dwarven outlet store if and have it get back to Lady Brightblade if she's in cahoots. Then she might be able to send a warning. I'm at least looking for a jacket. Training, sure. Jacket, definitely.
I might have to
Aye.
go and buy another thing at town.
I would love to be trained.
Very well then. Training begins in the morning, along with
Excellent.
finding new jackets, apparently.
I'd rather not freeze.
And with that, she kind of pulls your hammocks together and curls around them. Just kind of nestles up to you guys, and
These bad boys are like diamonds.
Oh
you all
my.
have a good night's rest.
Awesome.
She actually ends up training you, if you so choose. She trains you for a while. You learn more about fighting dragons in general.
Nice.
Especially, she teaches you about how dragons tend to use the aerial advantage, so that removing that advantage is going to make the fight a lot more even. She also reminds you that the layers of dragons are just as deadly as the dragons themselves.
Is there a way to prevent a layer from layering?
Blurring it out.
Unfortunately, no. Not that she knows of.
Layers.
Alright. So we go into the lair, massacre the Baroon, and then say, "Hey, come get us," and then run away.
Sounds like a solid strategy.
It's not necessarily that easy. And one other thing that you should know, like all dragons, white dragons, especially like Savio, have escape routes. But she's fought Savio before in his own lair, and his is especially deadly because he is known to collapse the whole mountain in on itself.
Ooh.
I
I
knew you were going
have-
to say something like that.
Well,
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Essentially, yes.
Well, Arranis, you may want to copy down those runes.
Oh, I will be getting. So, is there a teleportation circle here?
You train with her for about a week, and in that time, you do eventually find a teleportation circle.
Is it just the one circle, or is there like a more official one for important?
For that one, you'd have to go
officials in
through the
Dwarven City?
church.
I would like to, during that training time, go to the church and appeal to
Church of
get,
Moradin in Thermaldur.
um,
And therefore, you would have to talk to.
and we said we weren't doing that.
Oh yeah, by the way, my
Gadagar.
my folks told me not to. That it'd be. I got a good sign from my folks if we took him on without Gadagar Breakblade's help.
That seemed to confirm suspicions.
with the dragon.
Yeah, I asked, what are our odds of what are our odds for what result would we get for taking on Fabio, whatever his name is, without Lady Brightblade's help? And I got the wheel.
Huh.
Curious.
So we don't want to get her help.
Yes.
How
And
accurate?
after your week of training, you are all now
Level 12. Also, Arranis has the ability to message once a day for this past week.
And I will
Yeah.
be spending that time just getting
Yeah.
short little conversations in.
During this training time, is there enough time to run back to town real quick?
Yeah.
Can I buy a Dragon Slayer sword? Or have my rapier enchanted?
Yes.
Oh, all right, I gotta go.
Nice.
I think I
Yeah,
have something
minimum.
new from long.
Get to reroll that.
Hey, minimum.
Jesus.
3 for 3?
Ability score improvement. Hey. Or we can,
Hey,
or I can take a feat.
I'm taking a
I've
feat.
rages.
Bitch.
Do
I left my Xanathar's guide to everything back at
Dragon
school.
Slayer is a rare weapon.
That was actually the thing I
Need
wanted
it.
to mention to you guys. I'm running a D&D club at school.
Nice.
And these
That's
fucking nerds are hysterical.
awesome.
I'm running them through, right now, the Sunlit Citadel.
Oh boy.
Awesome. That's really exciting.
Sorry.
Hey, awesome.
Damn. Oh, and one other thing that you notice, Throkk, this cold weather, all this training and things like that, and your ever-present determination to essentially free these people from the tyranny of this white dragon, you've become farther in tuned with your belt. Now it only takes up one attunement slot.
Hey.
And Mavarax, your shield also now only takes up one attunement slot.
Yeah, I could.
Yay, I
could
reattuned.
re-go the quiver.
I can
And
reattune
one more
my
thing.
cloak.
What?
Dang.
But wait, there's more.
Mm.
The belt now it has adapted to the cold, and instead of being the strength of a hill giant, you now have the strength of a frost giant.
Yeah.
Boy.
That's 23 strength.
My wisdom is up.
Finally stronger than Zed.
Sweet mother of God.
Mm.
So all of my.
Oh, I'm back to an armor
key
class of
saves
18
go
as
up.
well.
Oh, also this happens for me
Armor
now.
class went up.
I roll 4d6 now.
Yes.
I don't get a rage damage bump until
Oh hey, my crit's now a fireball.
level 16. Damn. Can we just train for 4 more levels? Let's go. Oh man.
What's it for level 15?
Mine? I'm still at a level.
No, EXP.
Oh, EXP. That is.
Let's say it,
I have the picture. I took a picture of it, and it has not. It's like the only thing on my. It's the oldest picture on my phone right now.
160 something.
120.
20.
120.
Even?
120 even.
Interesting.
I will be taking the Shield Master feat.
Nice.
I will be
Alright.
taking the Prodigy feat.
Nice.
Mm.
So, Arranis, skill monkey galore, has gained proficiency in yet another skill, and expertise and another skill.
Beautiful.
Jesus.
And I think I know what I'm gonna be. I think I know at least what I'm planning to.
I was thinking about taking one of the half-orc ones, but I already roll so many damage die when I crit
Yeah. You gotta be a little nicer to the enemies. You gotta have some pity
So-
on them.
So instead of having pity on their health pool, or I'm having pity on their health pools, but removing some pity from their attack rolls. So I bumped my dex.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I finally got both of my important stats up to 20, so that's good.
My constitution is
That's what
19
happens when you come in
forever.
at like level 8 and you still have to roll.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
my
I missed a
cost been
couple-
at
I missed a
19 for
couple-
over a year.
Yeah, I missed a couple of ASIs.
Oh shoot! I never did my expertise at level 10.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be more expertise in a lot more things.
Jesus.
Um,
But Zed, your rapier, so you do find someone who will enchant it for about 5,000 gold.
Okay, here, have 500 platinum. Bam.
Tink.
Yay, now my rapier is a +1.
Hey.
It's all this other fancy shiz.
Okay, so I have to.
Update.
So I have to
Magic.
decide what I want proficiency in.
Thieves' tools!
No, no.
Go ahead.
I know I'm gonna take expertise in investigation. Like I know that. I have expertise in 5 skills, by the way.
Okay.
Arcana.
I've already got expertise in Arcana. I think
That
I might
frickin'
take
plus 12
proficiency
modifier.
in Insight.
Is there animal handling? That's for raising children, right?
Yep.
Although he's already failing at that because he's traveling the world.
Oh, frick!
Granted,
You-
Brock is doing the same too. Oof.
The pot calling the kettle deadbeat.
Hate you both. Hate you both right
Oh,
now.
one more level and I get my next brutal critical.
Nice.
Ugh.
Nice.
Inspiration is a D10.
I just have it as something on my attacks.
Roshan Poe.
All right. So I don't really have much else planned for you guys, but I think next time, if you want to, we will have ourselves a dragon fight.
Yeah. Later.
Yes.
Because I have had that planned for quite some time.
I'm pretty excited.
I actually have to put it in on the on the Roll20 and everything, but yeah.
All right. I'm taking spell.
I had
I'm
to
taking
think
spell sniper.
really hard about how to structure this one, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited. I have to say, the fight against Tenebris is up there in my top 2 or 3 fights in any D&D game I've ever played.
Okay, someone has to contact, what was that guy's name? Vanilla Ice or whatever, so we can play Ice Ice Baby while we fight this dragon.
Bum 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 bum.
Ah.
Bum bum
Under
bum bum
pressure.
bum.
Dun,
Here's-
dun.
Ice Baby.
Here's a nice one. Life drinker.
Life Drinker.
Life drinker.
You can't drink
Deal.
alcohol, but you can drink blood.
Halberd butt.
Is this the one
When
that
you,
does your
when you hit
charisma
a
modifier
creature
for
with your
the...
packed weapon, the creature takes extra necrotic damage equal to your charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me check.
You guys are gonna
Because
kick this thing's ass.
It's an ancient dragon! They're what, CR 20 plus? How are we gonna kick its ass?
It's official. My name has entered the third line.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the club.
Oh, I'm gonna change my. Now that Aera's no longer drunk.
Oh. Short session, but still good.
Yeah.
I can't believe we've been going for this long, though. This is the longest game I have ever run.
It's so good. I love it.
Mavarax, Sympathy Dryer.
That's fucking. I love that. That's the shit that we come up with.
Planting a bean.
Alright, hang on. What do I have to roll? Hang on.
It's like
Yeah,
a D10 or some
He rolls
nonsense.
a D100.
I roll it.
It's a D100. It's a D100.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I get
it's-
to roll it.
It says
So,
okay.
nonsense.
I want to point
Wait,
out that
who's has gotten to plant a bean so far? I've gotten to plant one.
I have not planted a bean yet.
Yeah, I've planted one.
I have not.
I give it to
Wait,
Arranis.
wait,
I give
wait.
Arranis the bean to plant.
Oh,
I think was it
Vernon is
Did Zed plant
unfamiliar with the magic beans.
did Zed plant the bean that spawned the mummy?
Yes. Who was that?
That was one of you,
Oh no,
wasn't it?
Zed planted the one that had the statue that cursed.
I was the
He was the
insect.
statue.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
Mavarax
I still had
did.
the lips on me.
This
But
is,
then
this is like
they
that
lost
was like
the
the
enchanting.
my first adventure. I hadn't quite gotten everybody down yet.
I think I planted two, didn't I?
Oh, you bastard!
I will
But what'd
take
you
a
get?
bean.
I don't know what you got.
I got
Yeah.
the Mummy Lord and then the other thing, which was like the it was like the geyser or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember the geyser, but okay.
I'm going to plant the bean, and I'm going to say, I'm doing this for all of you. If this keeps me from where I need to be.
Arranis, where you
and
need
I
to
just
be
plant
is
it.
by your best buddy, Zed.
You know you like us. You know you like us.
I
I really hope we get the beanstalk.
Off of the dragon's lair.
Beanstalk, beanstalk.
Did we tell the dragon we're doing this?
Yes, she
Yes,
told. She
yeah.
led us to an open area.
Encourages
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, she encourages it.
So
You already
you
know.
plant
so
the bean.
excited.
Plant
I'm
it
so
before I
excited.
eat it.
Everywhere we go,
Plant
pyramids just start sprouting up. It's weird.
And you take a step back, and the ground starts to rumble,
Oh god.
and then nothing happens.
No!
And you're standing there going, what the fuck? I thought that something awesome would... And all of a sudden, a giant beanstalk explodes out of the ground and fires into the air.
We got the beanstalk!
Why must you be like this?
We can go into the clouds.
Yeah!
Children, we can go,
We
into
can
the
go
clouds.
to a giant's lair!
Or a different plane of existence.
Holy shit!
We're gonna
Holy
bust into the other fucking prime materials.
Aera's
Or
already
beyond.
climbing up.
I'm still hoping
So,
there's
Aera,
a
you
cloud
quickly
giant's
wrap
castle
up, and you find that
I'm
at the
climbing
top,
over there.
there is a large castle atop
Yes!
a cloud, and in the very center, you're kind of flying around above it, and in the very center is this beautiful bird and a very strange, like a young woman who looks like she's made of gold. And yeah, on closer inspection, yeah, that's a statue, and in the statue is a harp.
Let's do the harp! It's the old harp! We gotta get the harp!
It's the harp.
Oh, you're gonna have me. It's out of
So Aera flies back down and tells everyone.
Are we gonna have to fight a cloud giant for this?
Thanks.
And
so?
Oh, thank the
So-
Lord it's not on a different plane.
So, let's go.
So next time
Next time.
you can either go fight a dragon or go try to reclaim the Olam harp.
Arranis and the
What do you
Olam
mean
harp.
try to reclaim? Here, allow
get
me
the
to show
harp.
you how this is gonna go
I want
down.
to get. I really want to get the harp first now.
The dragon can wait. Let's get the harp, man. This is awesome.
Damn
Also-
it, people! Now you're gonna I have to figure out how to design a fucking cloud giant lair.
Look in Volo's guide. You're all set.
If you want, we can go to the dragon first, and we can save the cloud giant.
Well, here's the thing.
The cloud giant has way down versus the dragon's been kind of kept at bay.
Cloud giant's a little more our speed.
Good point. Okay, yeah. All right, we should probably take care of the cloud giant before he starts terrorizing the rest of the area.
And the dwarves.
The cloud giant's gonna be easy, guys.
Yeah.
Also,
it's the challenge.
Shut your
Giant.
mouth.
Dragon.
Don't say things like that. You
He's
know
gonna
what
be
happens
fine.
when you say things like that.
Dude, he's gonna be easy.
Easy. Famous last words as we are thrown off Mount Olympus.
All I'm saying.
It's gonna be easy.
All I'm saying is that
If only I hadn't retconned my.
you know how there'll be a huge fuck off blizzard getting to the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There will be no huge fuck off blizzard if
Because the harp controls the weather.
Harp controls the weather.
Oh.
We get the harp.
Get in the harp. Get in the harp.
You
Get in the
planted
harp.
a bean.
Get in the harp.
Get the harp.
Yeah! Arranis! Arranis planted the bean, and now Arranis is getting a harp.
I've never been rewarded for such stupid behavior in my entire life.
Then you haven't played any
Ah.
of my games.
Wonderful.
You're welcome.
I was
Arranis
about to give
Can I
you the
say
match.
except
Citrus.
you're welcome.
Arranis as a character has never been rewarded for stupidity, and the fact that he put this bean and is now getting the one thing he wanted his entire life is probably shattered his whole worldview.
Oh.
Then
Arranis,
my job is done.
it's okay. I have an alchemy jug that is full of wine.
It has been. It's going to be a very different Arranis on the other side, one way or the other.
As you say that, Throkk whispers over to the side of the alchemy jug. Ale.
I'm
Why
really
does this
excited.
smell like hops?
So as part of this whole thing, Arranis, you now have to refer to this group as the Bag of Beans.
To at least one member of royalty.
Mavarax,
Yes.
when I write my autobiography that is a bestseller and a masterpiece for all time, there will be a footnote on a page that will contain such a reference.
Yes.
We made it.
Yes.
Speaking of which, you better let Hadar know what's up.
That is part. I have the book, so I've been routinely keeping him.
No, I mean right now, I'd like to see you start writing down and say
I
that
can't
we, the
believe
bag
it
of
worked.
beans, have.
I have. Dude,
No,
you know that takes.
Go
You know
ahead,
that
write
takes
it.
a
We, the
fucking
bag
hour
of
to cast,
beans.
right?
We,
Chap-
the bag of
Chapter
beans.
35. I can't believe it actually fucking worked.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
You realize that spell takes a fucking hour to cast, right?
We're not going anywhere.
But I want to go somewhere. I want to go up there.
Well, it'll be there in an hour.
We're up there right now.
No, we're not.
I
But
thought
it
we
might-
climbed.
You're on
But
the
it-
ground. No, Aera flew up.
Aera flew and
might
it came
not.
back down.
I was climbing, man. I was started going up there.
But it might not. There's a harp up there, and it's made of magic, and it's probably the harp I
There is a
wanted.
castle in a cloud.
It's the Wind River harp. What are you talking about?
No, that comes later.
The Wind River base?
Maybe. I don't know.
Lesser.
Oh boy.
So I need to be excited about that for a few weeks.
Yes. Very good. I love this game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's info on Cloud Giant layers in Volo's guide.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's exciting.
Whoa,
Exciting. Okay.
I can't believe we just did that. That's awesome.